today I'm going to be doing a little DIY on the boat. When we bought the boat a year ago, it had a cratch cover on, like on the front here. So this wood had never really been exposed to the weather or the winter before. But obviously this year it had it all with the rain and the snow and the ice and the freezing and the sunshine, and some of the varnish has started to come off. So the inside of the door isn't quite as damaged as the outside. But obviously there's some condensation been forming around the windows, and that's damaged this bit here. So today I'm going to sand it all back down and apply some new varnish. I did a little test area last week where in one area I used like a chemical stripper to take off the varnish, and the other area I just used the sandpaper, and they both worked fine. So I'm not going to worry about using the chemical stripper on the whole door. I'm just going to sand it all back down and then hopefully apply the varnish. And it's a beautiful day, so hopefully it won't rain, and hopefully George won't come and stick his fur on it. So first I am going to sand it all back. I've got a selection of different grade sandpapers. I think I'm going to use the 180 and then the 240 on this door.
Yeah, well, these are...
Okay, so there's been a slight change of plan. The sanding was working really well for the flat bits, but as soon as I tried to do the curved bits, I couldn't get all of the varnish off, so I am going to use the chemical stripper after all. Also taken the brass off, so I can make sure I get all the varnish off from under there. And so now I just need to clean up all the dust I've created and prepare the wood to use the chemical stripper. I'm going to put some tape on to protect the glass. So this looks like it's going to take a lot longer than I thought it would, but never mind. Pour into over cap and replace screw cap immediately. Apply a thick coat with a dabbing action. Once paint is blistered, 5 to 10 minutes, apply a second coat working into the blistered plate. Leave up for 40 minutes. Remove blistered and softened paint with scraper or shave hook. So this is what it looks like after 10 minutes when it starts blistering. And I'm going to put the next layer on there. So it's been on for 40 minutes now, so it's time to take it off and clean it up. So I've got as much as I can off using the scraper, and now I'm going to use white spirit and wire wool to see if I can get the rest off. If not, it'll be another coat of the Nitromors, which I don't want to do. It's now the next day, and sometime late yesterday afternoon I realised that my plan of getting both doors sanded and varnished in one day was somewhat naive. What I did actually manage to do was get this door sanded. So chemically stripped with the Nitromors, cleaned up with white spirit, steel wool, and then sanded. It's not perfect, I still need to do a little bit, but I'm going to get going on the other door this morning. So there, the door on the right hasn't been done, and the door on the left has been. And so this is what it looks like before, with the water damage, and that one is all stripped back, but the water damage is still showing through. And the first job is to remove the brass, and what I've been doing is actually, when I've been removing it, taping the screws for that piece to the handle or the grill or whatever, and then writing which part of the door it goes onto, so they're easier to put back on. Based on what I learned yesterday doing this door, the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to wash this door down first, key it a little bit with a sander, use the Nitromors chemical to strip the varnish off as much as possible, then use wire wool and white spirit to strip the rest off, then sand it using the 3 different grades of sandpaper, and then this door might end up like this door, but quicker than it took me to get this door like this door. It's basically 6:30 in the evening and I've been working on this all day.
Yeah.
Michael's been napping and
I have not been napping.
eating ice creams, and
I brought you the ice cream.
he's been working too. It's been 22 degrees today and I'm absolutely broken. And all I've managed to do is strip both the doors. There's no varnish on them yet, so. And I thought it was a 1-day job.
And it turns out it's a 3-day job.
Well, it's a 2-day and some. Well, could be a 10-day job for all I know.
Yeah. Because you got to do like 2 coats of varnish. It's going to be a multi-day job.
Yeah.
The George has had a nice time sitting here just above the Foxton Locks.
Yeah, we're just above the Foxton Locks, and it's quite a busy place for both boats and people.
Lots of gangoozlers.
Most people that went past said hello, which was really nice. Some of them offered advice, which was okay. Some of them told me I missed a bit.
That's not okay.
That's not okay. One person told me it looked therapeutic. They're delusional. My recommendation is, if you've got this job to do, is just don't do it.
Yeah, or if you're going to do it, don't do it where there's a lot of people walking by.
Or when it's 22 degrees. So it's the next day now, and we've moved the boat and it's a lot cooler. And I'm going to do the first coat of varnish, and we are using the Tonkinois, which is a marine varnish. And I'm just going to do the outsides of the doors so that we can still close them. And I'll wait till it's a bit warmer and then do the insides. I've already wiped them all down with sugar soap to get rid of any grease and any remaining dust. So hopefully it's all ready to go. So it's about a week later now, and both the front and the back have had about 3 coats of Le Tonkinois, and between each coat I was rubbing it down with wire wool to try and get a smoother finish, and then bugs and bits of blossom were landing on it between coats, which was a bit annoying. It hasn't come out the best. I've kind of realised that because the wood's quite bleached from the sun and quite damaged from water, all that shows through the varnish. So if I'd wanted to have an even colour, I should have probably stained it underneath the varnish, but I didn't do that. And I guess the most important thing to us is that it is now watertight. It's not going to get any more damage, and that's what the whole point of doing it was. We're now pretty much ready to put the brass back on. When it came off, it was pretty scuffed, and I've given them a bit of a clean, but I kind of realised that we're not going to have one of those boats that everything is shiny and neat on. So yeah, I kind of polished them so far, but it's not perfect.
The insides actually came out really quite beautiful, didn't they?
Do we want Michael's head in it or George's head in it? That's the choice.
I don't know, it doesn't matter. Put George's head in it, leave mine out.
It's really bright, we can't see.